Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey everybody, Darci Monet from the Darci Monet Vocal Style Studio here. Thanks for coming back to voicing my thoughts on American Idol. Before we get started, I just want to say really quick, if you would please subscribe, leave me some thumbs up and comments. Help me get this YouTube page off the ground that I've been trying to get started on for years. Wah, wah. So clearly I've only got a handful of looky-loos, so please help me out there. Second of all, I just want to say sorry I've been gone for so long, 3 whole weeks. Went out of town for Easter, then I got super sick, and then I had a big old allergic reaction last week, and I looked like I got in a bar fight. So anyway, I'm back now, and hopefully I'll be here every week until we pick a winner. Now that we're down to the top 10 as of this week. First off, I just got done watching the results show. I have to say I'm really upset that the top 6 was all white kids and 1 black kid, 2 of those white kids being the country singers. Now, if that doesn't tell you, if that doesn't reflect grossly on the ginormous divide in this country right now, I can't tell you what does. I mean, once upon a time when Jennifer Hudson was on the show, when her and LaToya London and Fantasia ended up in the bottom 3 unexpectedly, and Elton John came out and said, America is racist. I thought that was nonsense at the time because I thought, oh no, they're all so good. People just didn't bother voting for them because I thought they were safe. Now I look back on that time and I think, oh my God, the chasm had already begun. And that's not to say that there aren't racists in this country. There always have been, there always will be. But this immense divide happening right now is showing itself in the craziest of places. And I really felt like it was glaringly obvious on American Idol this week. So thankfully the show had the forethought to allow the judges to choose the last 4 spots in the top 10 because I think they saw it coming, especially because they have a Hispanic girl and they have a drag queen. It just seemed too coincidental to me. Anyway, so Sunday night, Caleb, whatever. I'm not a big country fan in the first place, so I'm going to have a weird bias with that. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But I felt like it was just the wrong song choice. I was bored. There are a million other up-tempo songs that he could have chosen that could have shown more range and his voice in a better light. So surprised but not surprised he made it into that top 6. Next, Michelle Sisette. She's a star, y'all. I think her vocally is a little bit of a mess. She's very uncontrolled. She has a very wild voice, which can be cool, but she's got to be careful with it that it doesn't go off the rails. As a performer, she's unbelievable, okay? I just think the girl's a star. And if she can get those vocals reined in and cleaned up a little bit, she could win this whole thing, I think. I really do. And even if she doesn't, we are not done hearing her name. That is for sure. And I love that she's so gracious and sweet. And she's got the whole package. I think she can handle all of this. Next up, Marcio, my boy. He's my favorite male going in. I'm so sad to see him go, but I can see why. I don't know why he chose that Barry Manilow song, even though I love me some Barry Manilow. It was the wrong song for him. I couldn't hear him because he was in his basement notes the whole time. And that's not to say I have a problem with baritones. I love that he's just a baritone and working it and gets the reaction in his super low notes that other people get on their super high notes. But I didn't understand a word he said. Diction is going to be a running theme on this show right now, this video, this review. Easy for me to say. I couldn't understand a word he said. It was in the wrong key. It should have been a little bit higher to get it across. It just wasn't right. But his performance itself was great. I didn't find him able to truly redeem himself the next night. I didn't really care for that song, although it was better. I just feel like he had 2 wrong song choices, and that's what did him in. But honey, you certainly are enough, just like Katie said, and I will buy a ticket to your show. And since you live in Compton, I better see you playing on the strip soon, okay? I'll come. Mara. Okay, I'm so torn about this girl. And I guess I don't have to worry about it anymore since she didn't make it through. But for only 16, she has a just unbelievable set of chops. crazy what she can do with that voice at such a tender age. But she's like the Celine Dion of the competition, where every time she gets out there, she sings like it's the last time she's ever going to get to in her life. And I can appreciate that, but I'm torn between being completely annoyed by her and loving her to pieces. Because I think she's genuine in her emotional wreckage, but I can see where other people would not. Her breath control needed work. This was not the right song choice for her. She didn't live up to what this song is. The message was perfect, but vocally, she didn't get there. And even though Miss Settle is definitely big shoes to fill, you got to choose wisely. If you're going to choose big diva songs like that, you better be able to handle it. Just wrong song choice. I felt like she redeemed herself the next night, but there's only so many spots. Next, Garrett Jacobs. So cute. I thought Raging Fire by Phil Phillips was a perfect song choice for him, but we already have a Phil Phillips, darling. I thought his next night, his voice is so pure in those quiet tones, and that made me see how he ended up getting as far as he did, and his super cute face. I couldn't help but charmed, but I just didn't think he should have been in the top 14 anyway, so I'm not surprised he left, and I'm not all that sad to see him go. Although I have to say, Mr. Luke Bryan, please don't talk about people's pitch. I've yet to hear you sing in tune on a live show, so stop talking about other people's pitch. Thank you. Anyway, Ada slammed it both nights. You know, she looked amazing both nights. She gives you everything both nights. She doesn't, even though she's so glamorous, she doesn't fear the ugly. I tell my students this all the time. You cannot fear being ugly if you're going to tell the story. Every time Ada steps on stage, she freaking tells the story, and I'm glad the judges saved her. Katie, I love Katie's voice. I thought Take Me to Church was a good song choice for her, but she did poorly. She performed it poorly. She was out of tune the whole time. It was the first time I saw a disconnect with her. She didn't tell this story like she usually is so good at doing. The big stage, her inexperience, was glaringly obvious. She got swallowed up. So I thought she might have been on the bubble, but her quirkiness is getting her through. I think she's got, a gaggle of weirdos following her and voting their little fingers off. And I'm okay with that because there's a lot of room in the singer-songwriter category in this country for the weirdos. And I have been one myself. And we all are in certain ways. So I'm okay with her getting through. I just hope she steps up next week and knocks it out of the park because I think she's very talented. Cade, Black Magic Woman, perfection. I also wish I had his hair. Once upon a time, I used to have hair that great. I don't anymore. He's getting all sexy on us. He's screaming in a healthy way for the most part. There's a correct way to sing with grit or to scream. And I feel like, 98% of the time he's being careful and aware of it. He makes it look so easy. I wasn't surprised to see him get through. And he's such a sweet, kind, gracious country boy that I can't hate it. I loved that he's all rocker dude and going, oh goodness, I can't believe I got through. Goodness. So cute. Anyway, moving on. Dennis. Oh my God, clearly one of the best vocalists left. I loved that he chose a song that wasn't hip hop. It was so refreshing to hear a soul singer pick a song that wasn't hip hop. Got news for you folks. The white folks stole rock and roll from the black folks, and I'm perfectly fine with the black folks coming back to claim it. You take it back, y'all. I'm fine with it. He sang his face off. He was a little bit sharp, but probably most people didn't hear that. I love the song choice. And then I thought the next night singing one of my all-time favorite songs in the world, Kate Bush's This Woman's Work. He did the Maxwell version. I love the Kate Bush version. If you've never heard it, look it up. I thought he did a great job with that. And I'm so glad the judges saved him because there's no way this child should not be top 5. He is such a great singer. Next, Maddie, Homeward Bound, perfection. I have nothing to say. She looked beautiful. She sang her voice crystal clear as a bell. So healthy. I got choked up. She's just so regular and authentic, and I loved it. She is absolutely a new Patty Griffin, Joni Mitchell for this generation. Love her. Journey. Oh my God. Okay, I like the song Bang Bang. I thought she gave us some energy more than she usually does. She is clearly one of the best vocalists in this competition left. For me, it's her, Ada, and Dennis that are the three big, huge singers. But I still see, there's still a disconnect for me. There's still a wall. And I said this about Carrie Underwood at the time. She's doing fine, so what the heck do I know? Maybe when she gets off the show, she'll start to really feel more comfortable showing us and being vulnerable. But she's got to do that. Put your guts on the stage, honey. Show that to us. That's how you're going to get there, and you should, because she's got everything else. Everything else. Johnny, pretty voice, but I don't know how he got this far in the first place. So I really don't have anything to say about him except good luck, sweetheart. And maybe you can get a CCM record deal and have a good life and perform and enjoy yourself. Michael J. Woodard, who I love. I love that he shows up looking like he just got off work from the bowling alley all the time. I love his voice. I think it's very unique. I love that he sings all sorts of different things. It keeps us on our toes. I think he slammed Titanium out of the park. I got goosebumps. He has such interesting lick choices and phrasing choices, except for breathing in the middle of words and phrases. Everybody stop doing that. Everybody stop doing that. Stop doing that. I just love him. And I'm glad he made it. Gabby, Tommy Laren Barrett. I'm having such a hard time struggling with the fact that she looks exactly like freaking hateful Tommy Laren. But this girl is so good. She chose The Climb. It's a perfect song choice. It showed off that natural edge in her voice without it crossing over into annoyance, which she has to be careful about. I thought she had one of the best performances of the night. I also thought she nailed the crap out of Miranda Lambert the next night. This girl is a star. She is a star. And I think she's going to go all the way to the top 5 and might possibly win this thing. And I think it would be probably deserved from a talent and performance perspective. That said, we ended up with our top 10 being Maddie, Cade, Gabby, Tommy Laren, Caleb, Katie, Journey, Ada, Dennis, and Michelle. That's 9. Who am I missing? I'm totally missing somebody, and I don't know why. Anyway, you can figure it out. Here we go. I thought that was an interesting show this week. Next week, I guess they're going to do Disney stuff because Disney owns ABC. And what's an ABC show without a Disney week in it? So we're going to have to suffer through that. Good Lord, what is Cade going to do? Good Lord. Anyway. So I think there's a lot of talent going on, and this was really fun. If you have any questions specifically about anybody's voice or vocal performance or how they approach something, please let me know. Again, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Keep singing like you mean it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.